Hi there, it's Orc Tim, and finally I'm getting to about the tournament I went to a couple of weekends ago in Hull to do with more time. Um, I have to say, at first, when I got there and I saw the board, just incredible. They're playing a fantastic game for the first time for so long, brilliant. The boards were brilliant. There was some fixed boards were done so well. Some boards there were like city pavement, not pavement, yeah, pavement, like gravel pavements and so forth with movable scenery. They were good, and then you got ones that you could just place on top. Again, they were still good, and some were okay, but nearly most of them were good. We had like a typical wartime town centre, lot of ruins, buildings, and up high. Then you got a catacomb, you got a graveyard, you had a bridge with a massive bridge with a river going through. You had a big tower in the middle as well for in one. Then you had ones with buildings scattered around. You have a circus one, I would say, with even a Ferris wheel for them, and so much more. And some of them were just so good, and some of them were nice. I tried to play much of the very interesting ones like the graveyard and so on and so forth. Sadly, I can't show you photos because hopefully you watched the first video. So and that's it. So already I've said they had some house rules and so on and so forth, and I think they were good. So when you got there, you basically choose your warband, and they I printed everything ready to be ready. But when I got there, they had their own stuff that you could borrow. So I was being really organised, and they were organised themselves. So you could also borrow sheets to make the warbands with, and they were laminated, and they had pens you could write down and rub them off your thumb. But I printed them out, so they really were there on top and so good. I didn't expect that. That's really good. I also wanted to say thank you to Keith, who put so much time and effort, and the team who helped him. Um, he's making a good community up, and he's doing some more, and he wants to grow this, and he will. It's not a doubt. If you play it once, you want to keep getting in. This is just fantastic. This is fun. This is good, and hopefully we can do this. I think definitely twice a year or even 3 times a year for purse. But it's a great way to get into more time, get and play this game, and make paint small wall bands, and pick random models, and so on and so forth. This is so good. But that's enough there. So, I make my warband list from start. You know that I showed you. After making the warband list, before the game starts, we got a couple of freebies. Everybody got a lucky charm and a rabbit foot, and you keep them. Also, your hero, or you say your captain, your officer, or your leader, your main warband leader, also starts with one extra skill, a skill straight away, not extra, but a skill. Hero leaders don't. That most of them don't have anything because they have 20 experience points already, so they take quite longer to level up, and it's really disappointing when if they're not very good heavy hitters, like some, they might get one per just surviving and one for winning if you want loads. So you can, if they won and didn't die, they can get two per mission. So that's 2, 4, 6, maybe 10. Maximum level you can do twice, maybe you're lucky, but it doesn't work always. But that extra skill does benefit everybody, and I think it was a really good idea to do that. And I do what the extra freebies was really good. Also, we had 12 secret missions we can do. How it went, you pick 3, then you roll a d6, and by say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your opponent rolled dice, and what they rolled is your secret mission. So they're simple as get 6 more free guys in the near the center of the table. have the highest person on the board at the time, and so on, and silly things and so on and so forth, and stuff like that. Or annually need to kill someone. Things, very simple things like that, but can be quite difficult. So it's just made a little extra twist on the end to have something to do as well than killing people, and that was done really well. And it's the first time they did it as well, this event, and everybody said no, that was a good idea, carry on. So he can think of new ones or better ones, or go, nah, that's a bit rubbish, and Kev can, whatever. But I'm one of these people, I think it's a good idea, definitely carry on. It was simple but nice, hands down. It was a 2-day event, and each day you played 5 games. And then you got points for winning, doing your secret mission, and then sportsmanship as well. So there was first, second, third place, the best painted team warband that Kev picked, and then the most bloodiest warband, so the one that killed the most people altogether as well. And I think that's quite a good idea as well. So you could not do that well, but if you kill loads of people, you still got a chance to win them. Also, everybody got a goodie bag as well. That was really nice. Simple things like some terrain pieces. They're really cool. That's really good for me because my boys got a lot of like boxes and crates. 3 dice, can't go wrong with dice, and some other bits and bobs. Again, very didn't need to do it. Also, we got lunch given to us. The first day we got we had Domino pizza, and the next day a gentleman called Tim and his wife made us chili. Very nice for them to do it, really nice, very pleasant. Tim's again quite local, I think, in knows Kev, but again it was really nice. Yeah, very good. Now get into the game. So my first game was against a gentleman called Duncan. He took Witch Hunters. He had the old school Witch Hunters from Mordheim, the models, and they were painted beautifully. Oh, so good. He won the best painted competition, I would say right now. Kev picked it, but I don't disagree with Kev. It was so nice. They're done really well, and he'd done a good damn job. So in his warband, he had a Witch Hunter captain, 3 Witch Hunter sergeants, I think, a warrior priest, 3 fanatics, and 4 dogs. The first mission we played was a standoff, so a standard mission. I hugged the table quite close to us because the first game was pick a table, pick a opponent. That's it. Doesn't matter. I hugged the table that were, I would say, the best board for standard wartime ruin build town centre. So lot of ruined buildings, lot up down, lot of rubble. 2 bricks on each side to get to each other. Really nice table. It's a fixed table, but some buildings you can pull apart and go up and get into it. But really nice, done well. It's a very fun table to play with. I got the roll off and set up first and went first. I chose my 2 bowmen in the centre. I put my one young squire, my young knight, and a men-at-arms one side, my quest knight, my young knight, a squire, and my other 2 men-at-arms that side. Firstly, we moved up, got to a certain position. My archers got a good position. One of them had the middle of the board and got quite high in the building, could shoot quite good distance. Another one got a really decent shot to shoot over a bridge when he was trying to come over me, because I was waiting to him. If I charged, it was 3 against 6, so I was I was outnumbered 2 to 1, so I was not going to run over and die. I did really good one round of shooting. I killed a dog and a fanatic, and fanatics are toughness 4 off the bat. So hit, I think I need a 5, wound I need a 5, and I think I rolled a 5 again. My dice were stupidly good. I kept rolling 6s on one dice, and it's my green platypus dice. If you've seen it, I love it. And I was like, no, change the dice because it looked like too dodgy. Bro, got another 6 on another dice. Change that dice, got another a 5. It's like, wow, this is really good. So I did really good dice roll. And I think one round I killed 3 guys, and he needed to do a break test. Duncan did. He failed, but it was so early on. We both agreed, no, roll again. He rolled for 3 and he passed. Because if I did, that would be such a boring game, and I'm glad we did it. And so I think that was the best way to play it, so we can have a bit more fun. Then we got in combat. My men at arms killed one of these dogs. 2 dogs killed my man at arms, and shooting went Blair. To be honest, my Question Knight killed his warrior priest, and I finished off his dogs off. On the other side, we got in combat finally. I killed one of his fanatics again, but my young knight died. And I had one other squire sprint across the table, charged this guy that was in the building trying to shoot me with a crossbow, but not doing that well. And Duncan chose to run away because I killed 4 dogs, 2 fanatics, and his warrior priest. So that's 7 guys I did. But saying that, so I was quite happy. I lost 1 man at arms. I think I lost 2 men at arms maybe, and 1 young knight. Duncan had really good rolls. Everybody survived except 1. But he rerolled thanks to his rabbit foot and pass, so nobody died. So really good dice rolls on the half, and he was quite chuffed about that. Other half, my one man at arms survived, 1 died, so I lost 1. My young knight, I rolled hard in, I think 63 or 64. He becomes immune to fear and psychology, so and plus this other rules that knights get, he did not need to roll a leadership chest for the rest of the game at all. So it's like, meh, don't care. 1 squire got leveled up, and he rolled a skill, so he's on the hammer because he survived and killed someone. I gave him step aside, so he get 5+ like a vulnerable save, a ward save, if you know the old world of fantasy. I bought a new man at arms because 1 died. I got my first higher sword. I bought my witch hunter because I wanted him. Light armor and axe, and gave that to my squire that needed it, because I think everybody else had light armor. Very fun game, lovely board, simple game. Got off the board. Rolled really well. My warp stone got 5 warp stone, but I didn't roll because when you roll for your dice or for your warp stone, depends how many people in your warband, but also if you get any doubles, triples, quads, sixes, and so 6 of the same, so going up to 6 max, you then got a chance to find some quite unique, like a brewery, a blacksmith, merchant house, whatever, a prison, whatever. And what down there depends what warband you are. You can find more experience, gold, items, and so on and so forth. I did not roll really good for most of the game. I think I rolled poorly. I've definitely the first day. I think the first day I rolled like 3 stragglers, and that's it. Oh, 2 stragglers and a brewery, but that's it. So, good game. Off to go. Next game, I was playing against someone called Tom. He took forest goblins. Forest goblins can have giant spiders and climb around, but the spiders are lethal because they can just gnaw difficult terrain and just sprint across the board because they're spiders. I think they can climb walls vertically upwards as well. They're ridiculous. So they're really scary. But at this time, he had no spiders. But he had 2 archers and 3 guys that could throw 3 javelins at once. So I was a bit worried. And he had some goblins that are like fanatics, so they're like crazy and then gnaw fear and roll like 3 attack dice. So that scared me more. A lot of things like that. So more dice can always be better. More dice is better. Everybody can agree on that. We played on a bored that nothing was fixed, the place down. But saying that, this free, I think it was done all by more like by 3D printing stuff, was really nice. I've really liked the board for just placing everything down. I really like that one. I wish I played it. Maybe definitely next time. I really enjoyed it, and the placemat. I couldn't nick the placemat. It was so nice. It felt nice. It looked nice. It's like, but trying to take it with you is quite difficult. But oh, that's what I forgot to mention. Is ask where all the playmats are from, because I didn't know, and I definitely want to. They're quite high quality, so got me a bit of money, but they were nice, and that's what I want. But back to the game. So I got another man at arms, and I got more Witch Hunter. Witch Hunters can have a cross pistol or drawn pistol. I chose a drawn pistol because they're very, very good, and they're like range 10, +1 to hit, because they're during pistols. It's very expensive, but I'm getting one for free from a Witch Hunter. I took that. He did. So this one was Warpstone Hunt. The rule is you place 3 warp stones, but they have to be up high. You can't be down low, so easy peasy. So we rolled off. He chose table boards. We played this way. It was a bit annoying because that was the wall for this side, or the windows. So I couldn't really get round there. He could fine, but it was a bit annoying for me. But saying that, I think I was fine. I think both sides were so equally, it doesn't really matter. I rolled off to get the X1, but I stuck it right, like in the middle, the highest point on purpose, because I thought that'd be more fair, more fun as well. So, and then we placed after 2 quite close. Really easy. I put one bowman quite close. He got the first warp stone, stood there, did nothing from this game. Then we slowly just faced each other. I got a couple of good shots. One of my bowmans killed a goblin. My Witch Hunter pistol and he blew up, but lucky enough I rolled because roll 1 it misfires, and then you roll again. Lucky enough I rolled 6, so you get boom. So it hits and +1 strength. I hit a goblin, I crit a goblin, and blew the goblin into pieces. I think I rolled like 6, 6, 6, 6 afterwards. I think it was strength 5. Then the crit does +2 to the damage roll, and then it gnaws out, and got even would gnaw out anyway, and just blew this goblin's head off. So yeah, he did well. Then we got into combat, and I came at top, and I think I only won that one thanks to my armor. He had no armor, but I had light armor and shields, proper knights, shiny armor, and that's how well I did, and that's the only reason why I did well. Was I think my armor would benefit me and nothing else. And also I forgot to mention, it was quite funny. Got orcs and goblins need to take a roll at the beginning of every game. If they roll 1, they can start squabbling. Then you roll again. I think 1 they do stuff. 6 they might fight something. 1 to do something again. I can't remember outlook and the rules. He rolled a 1 for 1 goblin. He failed. It was a young like a youngling, a goblin. He rolled a 1, rolled something really not good again. Charged the goblin in front of him, was a fanatic one, so he was a better fighter. Misses all his attack. This fanatic goblin hits everything, hits him, crits him, kills it. I think crits him, I'm not sure, but hits him, wounds him, kills this goblin. So the first dice roll he did was, and the first thing he did before every move, he failed that. That happened, lost the goblin straight away. I think that was quite funny for his move. And also sadly, I wish I stood still. My archer had a warpstone. I wanted him to help to do something more, or try to get enough warpstone. So I jumped him down because he was up the ledge. It was only 2 inches. He failed the initiative test, hit the floor, got wounded by the strength 2 fall, and then got taken out and died. And I lost the warp zone. Nobody was near. So that was my only person got taken out by himself, sadly, and that's very stupidity. Oh, I could just flick the model out the window, but very expensive. Very nice model, but not want to do it. So So he chose to run away because he took about 7 goblins. He lost a couple goblins in the death roll. One of them was the young goblin that attacked the fanatic goblin. He got sold to the pits. If you win against the pit fighter, you get like +1 experience and 50 gold. If you do win, but pit fighters are hard. Sadly, he failed and then rolled again and died. Saying that, then he rolled one of his guys. The lad got talent roll, so one of your henchman group becomes a hero, and he's got made one of the spear guys, because they're the ones who can throw 3 spears, to a hero and gave him a shooting and I think combat attack, to my knowledge. And he was not happy at first what they did, but he gave his throwing weapon +6 range, so eager eye. So instead of 6 inches, now they're 12, and he came really chuffed and went, "Oh, this is quite cool. This is really useful. This is fun. I can do this." And he's right. Lad's got challenged. One of the best ways to get a henchman that if you level up like twice or 3 times, you got Lad got talent. He starts right at the bottom and needs 2 level up, so he could be weapon skill 4. 2 attacks already, and that makes a difference as well. Definitely for archers, if you got bliss skill 4 already, and it's like, well, yeah, he's now gonna be better. So it's just one of the things. So he was quite chuffed. My guys got leveled up. My bowman got +1 attack, not really wanted. My men at arms got +1 initiative. All right with that. I think my Crescent Knight got a skill. I took expert swordsman. My squires got extra. I think one of my squires got extra attack. +1. I think one of my other squires got another skill as well. So it's just things like that just went down like that. And I think one of my young knights got +1 initiative. One got something else I can't remember. And my bowman lived. And yeah, and that's it really. And that's what. So a lot of things leveled up. I got 1 extra bowman as well. So I bought a new bowman, so now I've got 3. And that's really it. On my roll on the dice, I think I've got straggler again. So I used my straggler. I rolled quite high, got 5 Orpstone again, so I did really well. Got a lot. So my first 2 games I rolled well, but I said they didn't. Only got double 4 was my best, and that's all I got. I wish I got more than that, but oh well. It's one of them things. My next game was against Witch Hunters again, against Chris. Oh, before I forget, my secret mission for the first game against Duncan was to be someone up high, the highest position at the warband. Sadly, he had one of his Witch Hunter captain on the same level. Didn't go that. The next one is my Crescent Knight has to kill someone. He tried his best, but didn't. And the third one against Chris was burn the witch, was kill a massive user. Didn't. I'll get into that. So Chris had Witch Hunters, and I had I had Pitons, you know. I can't remember the game called, but we set up in the corners and we had that whole corner ourselves. So the first person set up quite close, and you had to be 12 inches or 8 inches. I think 12 inches away or something, or 16, I can't remember. And he had a lot of hard swords. He got the halfling, rogue or whatever, and the elf ranger. And the elf ranger is very good at shooting. I think she's bliss skill 2, not bliss skill 2, bliss skill 5, and hits on 2s nearly. And then he rolled, before that, he rolled 3 6s. He rolled 3 6s, you get a high sword free, and he chose the pit fighter. So he experienced with 50% more. So before the whole game started, everybody on the board got +1 experience for just turning up, and it's pretty useful. Definitely for your headsman's group and your hired swords. So it was really useful. I set up first, so I chose this corner. Firstly, on this one side, it was a castle wall, ruined castle, and this side was like lines with typical like Victorian houses, long and tall, 3 stories high, so on and so forth, in a row, and then one a couple more that side, and then a very open street. How I set up, I regret how I did it. I definitely now, I think I could done better of setting up, and I chose the wrong side table as well. Looking at what I should done, I'm kicking myself, and I should done better. And yeah, I know that from now. I've did how I set up, how I played this game, and how I'm saying, I lost this one. I don't. It's nothing what Chris did. Chris was a lovely person. Really enjoyed him, playing with him, against him, I should say. I did everything wrong. I think I was not thinking straight, and I hate when I do that. I do a couple silly mistakes, and then it crashed down. So I set up this side, put my bowman up high on the wall. Basically, I had a couple shots. Basically, we danced around because we didn't want first charge. I wish I did now, at least get a couple in. So his Rangers was better, and his leader had 2+2 shooting against crossbows, so he had more shots against me. Luckily, I didn't kill all my bowmen. I had 2. My first round, I was doing a lot of hits, but I was not killing nothing. I was knocking down things. 2 dogs he charged into my guys, so he had like Halfling, Pit Fighter, Elf Maze, he's Sergeant or Warrior Priest, Fanatics and Dogs. I can't remember what number. 2 dogs charged my Witch Hunters, killed him. Then my guys charged Men at Arms and my young knight who had no high initiative there. I think it was initiative 4 or 5. I can't remember. Killed the dogs, then they got charged again, and both died sadly by outnumbered him. I was getting picked off by shooting, and I was about to charge into him, some of them to do something. Then I panic, and I failed my rotor check, and everybody ran away. I lost quite a lot, so I lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I lost 6 guys altogether, so over half my guys. I rolled really well with death rolls. I just lost nobody at all, nobody. And one of my guys got frenzied the first attack. I think my knight 2-handed weapon got frenzied, so first time. And everybody just kept surviving or passed the test, because I think only one hero, and then my young knight just got full recovery. So yeah, I just rode really well, and I was quite lucky. Lucky enough, I had 3 heroes survive, and I had a straggler, so I got +4. Rode pretty good, got a good amount of warpstone into it. Everybody got +1 experience, so a lot of people. And my Witch Hunter level got skill. I chose pistol level for him, so he can shoot his pistol with rounds. And I think and maybe a couple more level ups for my squires, but I can't remember. I think my squires did level up, but otherwise, really, that's it. And that's it. So I think I played that game so wrong. That's so silly. I went to high point. I shouldn't have done that. I should went for more what's benefit me. Then I can shoot my archers. No, I should have done better, and that's my fault. So the third game was against a person called Tim. He had fake Bretonnians, and best way to put it, he took the mercenary list, a warband list, but went down a Bretonnian theme and models of Bretonnians. So no black powder weapons, long bows, and so on and so forth. He went for this run so he could have a young person with a shooting ability. One of his heroes can have shooting abilities. He took the mercenary list that the leader has range 12 for his leadership check, and the marksman's of Blitzkill 4 basic, so pretty good. Simple but good. And I realised they also get swordmen, so yeah, they do get better, and they're best weapons, so they do get better people just generally. I think the only difference is Knights has a couple of special rules, so they're more immune to fear or tests to do stuff, and their Quest Knight has strength 4 basic. Otherwise, that's really it. And so yeah, it's not really anything whoopie do or think about it. This game was the Treasure Hunter. The last match you find, and my secret objective was my lowest warband member needs to kill someone. So my squire with the spear needs to kill someone who has spear, shield, light armor, and so on and so forth. Treasure Hunter. So you need to search all the buildings. You roll 2d6. If you roll double six, not triple six, you find a treasure. If all the buildings get searched, sets the last one, it's always in the last building automatically. It's just one of them. I did something really stupid. I set all my buildings right at the beginning, and I should knew better not to do that. Silly me. So, officially archers would dot around, Cobalt characters would dot around. I had my young knight who had high initiative one side because he just jumps, move off. Against the time he was initiative 5, so really good. I had everybody else in the centre. Bowman, I had one up high in the building, I had one this side. And I can't remember where my third one, so his third one's running up with the men, in a way. Officially, we just hit in the middle, and archers were shooting. Shooting was dreadful. I think the best shot was my Witch Hunter, but he didn't kill anybody, but he kept hitting well by not killing anything. He had his 2 guys charged my Quest Knight, but I think I killed one of these guys. At that time, I aimed for someone, failed misbelief. Then his Quest Knight, I downed someone with Quest Knight or something. I can't remember. Then his young blood he had a 200 weapon, 3 attacks, so 3 hit, 3 wounds, nor 1 because of lucky charm, and just attacked my guy. My first time my Quest Knight went down by a youngling by a 200 weapon. So yeah, he did. That young blood did really well. And that was his secret mission, to kill my leader. So but saying that, I had some reinforcements coming in the side, only 2 guys. Then his number was short only. My spear guy took out 1 guy. They did really, so he got my secret objective. Between all of this, we had 2 guys, a men at arms and a normal guy with a spear and a shield. For the whole game, when they got in combat, I think maybe the 3rd or 2nd round, they just waved hands at swapping attacks. So firstly, he missed. I did that. I missed. Then he missed. It just went on, and they did nothing for the whole game. So it just whiffed at each other. It was quite pathetic between both of them. That's it. So, what I said. I silly enough searched some buildings. The last building got searched was the one on one end, right on the right hand side. He searched it. Didn't he search it? It was there. One of his bowmen picked it up, and he had 2 more turns to get off the board. He moved, so he needed 1 more turn. I was taking enough. I wanted to kill many. I was taking out these guys to make him run away. Sadly, I took his leader off, his champion off, and everything else. So he failed his leadership test with 7, and he ran off the board. And I won the treasure and won the game. By just taking numbers, but he did kill my Quest Knight, I think a man at arms, and maybe 1 other, I can't remember. And that's it. Sadly, Tim's rolls all day said it wasn't good. A lot of guys did leveled up, but I felt sorry for Tim because he kept getting initiative and leadership for everybody, and this is not what you want. I think the only person who needs leadership is your leader. And leadership is just one of the worst things to get, full stop. Initiative it isn't. I think initiative is good because it means how fast you can go and jump up and up down, because it can be useful. But leadership is garbage, full garbage. One of these guys got become a hero. He was alright about that, but not up the moon. Um, but yeah, I think this is a time I rolled quite well on my dice. I got, I think Brawley, no, Brawley, no, I can't remember what I rolled. I think I rolled nothing. I think I rolled maybe a double one or a double two, something really pathetic. And I think I found like 4 gold or something. So maybe very low double, but yeah, I was not doing really well for throwing dice. But I rolled quite high and got enough quite good Mount Warpstone. Um, then I think one of my other guys who died got Frenzy. Got Frenzy again. I think that was my two-handed sword guy that time, and my quest knight got Frenzy as well. So I kept getting Frenzy, not stupidity by luck. So I was rolling quite well with them, and that's really it for that one. But I really enjoyed that game. We went in the middle, we hit hard, and we just smush each other. That's what I wanted. A good hard fight, and that's why I got it. I got one, and I really liked it. So my 5th game was against a possessed army, and I was playing Tim's brother. I didn't know they were brother until this. He said it. I think his name was Nick, if I remember, but I could be wrong. Possessed are really quite. I didn't know they were that nasty until I played them. The leader's a wizard. And then you got possessed. They're quite strength 5, strength 4, toughness 4, but they can have mutations. So you can have like extra hand weapons, cross them, black blood. So when they take damage, anybody around them takes automatic hits from wounded and strength 3. Scorpion tail, spikes, and so on and so forth. Then the other hero is a mutant that is a very low level guy. So basic 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, like young knights, but then you can give them mutations on top as well, the name mutation, so you can make them better. And then they can have beastmen and basic guys. They are quite nasty. They level up really good. Therefore, the possessed can start killing things quite high, and heroes get +1 experience points for killing things. I was getting leveled up for surviving and not but I was not killing that much. That's my guys was not leveling that good, so it's just one of the things. My secret mission, I cannot remember what this one was at all. Brain went blur. So this and we picked a map board. Thought, this one's alright because we think all of them were all the good ones were born. We can see the ones were left over ones we both played, and it was like, no, you just play that one, I just played that one. We don't want to do it, so we chose a random one. This is the worst board I played other than the two when this one we played on a board too small, so we need to make scenery spread out, so less compact it was. And we played a mission. I think to this day, I remembered when I heard the mission, realised this is my opinion, the crappiest mission you can play. It's a surprise attack. So what it goes, one person is a defender, one person an attacker. The defender then has to roll for his heroes and his henchmen's group on a 4+. They're on the board. If they're on the board, they and the rest of them had come on the board later as reinforcements. But the worst thing is when anybody on the board has to be 8 inches away. So if you've got more guys you rolled, they'd be even further away from each other, and this is not what you want. Therefore, with certain warbands and also against other warbands, if you're fighting against dwarfs, you got a chance because they're quite slow. But you place in Skaven, they move 5. I think they move 6 or 5 inches basically. They're fast buggers, and you can die very quickly by outnumbering opponent. Definitely what I did. I rode my quest, my Warmer Young Knight, and I bought 2 new men at arms with hell bars in the last game with Tim. So that was it. So 2 raw recruits and then 2 guys for frenzy. So I need to charge when they have to. Not the best time in life. So I placed them up in the middle. I sadly put all my hell bars in Reed's arms I didn't like. He rolled Nick. My opponent needs to randomly roll on the board side. He's lucky he rolled on his side, so he didn't need to move. So it was quite useful. So that was really lucky on him. Then if he was on my side, I had to move around. But yeah, lucky he landed on his side, so that's quite good. He had one of these possess has sprints, so he can charge 15 inches. So he got in combat with my hellbar. And if we put him behind the building, he wouldn't have done that. Why I didn't do it? Silly me. Charged and killed him straight away because they're very strong, and he was just a basic guy. So he was like 3s and 2s dead. That's it. Problem is, my Crescent Knight got hit. He had 2 wounds this time because I rolled quite lucky. He got hit by a spell. Anybody in 3 takes damage. No armor saves. That's it, done. And it's a bit annoying because 2 wounds is that's it. It's like, oh wow, whoopie do. He charged at Olga, failed. All his attacks failed mostly, didn't hit him. Olga just turned around, hit him back, and killed him. My Quest Knight charged the Possess, went last because he had 2-handed weapon. I will never take a 2-handed weapon out strongman now. I kept forgetting to change his weapon around. I also took a 2-handed flail now, or Morningstar. A Morningstar, because Morningstar plus 1 to your strength from the first round or something. I can't remember. So one of them things. So that's it. And he killed him. So I lost 3 of my guys quite early on. Then I rolled for reinforcements because you need to roll for each one the 4+. 1 squire and my young knight with high initiative on that board. Fishy moved quite a lot of guys, charged them, killed my last hellbar, and then my archers, my 1 young squire and my witch hunter came on this side. But the problem is, I realised if I start losing people, nobody's going to get experience, and I'm going to have no. And I realised all my heroes die, so one squire, and I was like, I want a 1 dice roll at least, so I can get 1 warp stone at least, and 0. So I chose to run. So all my henchmen's got +1, sent my witch hunter, and my squire got 1, but everybody else got 0 experience points, and I got 1 warp stone. That sadly was the worst game of the whole 10 days. I don't blame my opponent. It was really nice. We talked at the end, well, most of the thing because we ended quite quickly. But I even went for a drink with him and his brother and a couple of people at the end of Sunday, and had a nice chat, and yeah, really got on with them, and hopefully I'll see them again because they're really nice, and I want to see hopefully they're there next time. It was just, I hate surprise attack. It's a bad mission, bad game, and I don't recommend. Definitely in any situation, don't play that one. It's just very swingy. It's like if I was attacking his defender, it could be a different thing. So it could be more fair. He could got a lot of guys who ran away, but I can move forward, then pick my guys off. But I thought it'd be better if I would had a better chance if I was the attacker, not the defender. But the problem is, it's just one of them things. It's just how it goes. And we didn't choose the best board as well. We didn't know what the mission was until we picked it, and we're like, oh, and I realised what it was. And we're like, we just picked a really shit board for either of us. And sadly, yeah. But what can you do? But the worst thing is, I rolled stupidly well on my death chart, roll chart, because you need your opponent to see you do, and everybody survived, and I think I got 1 more frenzy and another hardened. Yes, none of my heroes took any damage at all first day, and I lost for both games. I think 2. One of my hellbar guys died, and 1 man at arms died, and maybe 2. That's it. So for the first day, I lost 3 people. So yeah, and my secret missions I failed, but I can't really watch when I did. So my dice were damn lucky, definitely for my death rolls, hands down. I had very good high warp stone for 3 games. One of them was like, I got 4. Another one is like, ooh, this is not good. So beginning at next day, I know I'm not gonna have a lot, but my guards are leveling up quite nicely, and my young squires had one was getting quite a good attacking, but they're both weapon skill 2. The other one had like +1 strength and hard, good to hit and survive in combat. My other one had very good resistance in combat and got high attack, so they were doing good. My young knights were garbage. One had only +2 initiative and +1 weapon skill at the end. The other one was, I wish I changed his weapon now. If he had a better weapon, he'd be way better. So out strong man, don't take two-handed weapons. This is definitely my opinion. It's pointless, definitely. And that's all I can think of. So yes, very good game. Afterwards, we went for a lot of us went for Chinese to eat, and then some people went to out drinking later. I didn't do that drink. I went to the meal, but I went drinking later because I was very short cash. I wish I wasn't. I would definitely went out drinking with a lot more people. And otherwise, that is it. So I had great fun for the first day, and that's it. So just wait for my next video to talk what happens in the next, and I'll see you next. So bye for now.